Good morning, everybody. We are here at the club. It is the 11th of August. Everybody says hi. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a few videos to show you today. We're going to start with Phil, and he's got a video for us. So, Phil, why don't you tell us about this video, please?
This class that I think is scheduled for 2026 has 6 Hollywood deaths, and some of them are murders. This is the first one, which I haven't shown here, and it's a murder. And it is in a, this is the worst. You saw 2 other ones. This is the worst of the 3, but I thought I'd show it.
Worst as in gory or worst?
No, just not a very good film.
You don't think it's interesting?
I think it's interesting. This is the really kind of the initial Hollywood murder. It took place in 1922.
Okay.
And it's still a mystery. Nobody knows who killed this guy.
Okay.
And this story is really condensed because it's so twisty. The guy's name is William Desmond Taylor, but that's not his real name. His real name was Tanner, and he dumped his first family completely, including kids, and then came to Hollywood and became a famous director for the time, changed his name. And then there are all kinds of other people who were involved in the story, and they changed their names because they didn't like their names. And but I didn't get into all the minutiae. This is just a short film on the death of this, at the time, quite a famous director.
Okay, well, let's check it out.
William Desmond Taylor was an early Hollywood actor and director. He was the president of the Motion Picture Directors Association, but he had a mysterious past, which included the desertion of his entire first family. But his past may have caught up with him on the night of February 1st, 1922. He was found dead in his apartment. This cutaway drawing shows where the body was found. At first, a man came forward claiming to be a doctor and declared that Taylor had died of a stomach hemorrhage. But when the police arrived, they turned the body over and found that he had been shot in the back with a small caliber bullet. He had been murdered. There were all kinds of theories, including that the killing was drug and mob connected. One of the biggest movie stars at the time was Mabel Normand. Norman was seriously addicted to cocaine, and director Taylor had apparently been trying to help her shake her habit. Taylor was in love with Norman, but she was romantically pursuing producer Max Sennett of Keystone Cops fame. Norman had been the last person to see director Taylor alive. Her chauffeur drove her away from the murder apartment at 7:45 on the night of the murder. After a lot of grilling, the LAPD ruled her out as a suspect. The murder made headlines in Los Angeles, but nationwide it wasn't as big a story as the trial of Roscoe Conkling Arbuckle. Arbuckle, a comedy actor, was best known as Fatty Arbuckle. He was accused of killing one Virginia Rapp in a hotel room in San Francisco. The 2 murder stories shared the headlines. Arbuckle was tried 3 times for the death, and finally, after the 3rd trial, was exonerated of any wrongdoing, but it ruined his movie career. In the William Desmond Taylor murder case, the LA police apparently bungled the crime scene investigation. They trampled all over the evidence. They had a number of suspects, including his former servants, but no one was ever arrested for the killing. It was just another Hollywood unsolved mystery.
Okay, what do we think of that?
You changed the name to the O.J. Simpson. All the facts would have been the same.
Yes.
The detectives today, the researchers have determined pretty much who killed him.
And who?
And there was a child star at the time. Her name was Mary Miles Minter. Nobody's ever heard of her, but she was a big star. She's making a lot of money, but she had a mother who was overprotective, and she was worried that this guy who was 47 and she was like 19, he was hitting on her. She thought. I don't think he was, because I think he was gay. But anyway, she went over there at night and shot him.
Wow.
And there's a pretty good case that can be made, but you'll never know. It's another unsolved mystery. Like there's so many. With the one we had with what's her name in the previous one.
Yeah. I can't remember the name.
I can't either.
The one thing that I saw, we always kind of bust chops on black screen with some of his imagery. I don't mind it for some of it, but there's a couple of zooms you did where let's see if I can find it again real quick. Hang on. This. Now, why not just go ahead? You're doing us that, and you're zooming off to the side to show us that she's the one that detectives were talking to. Why not just give us the photo crop and give us that zoom so you feel?
Yeah, why not?
Well, why not?
Because that's what I like to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the end of that.
You
just a couple of times.
Everybody's got to do, just do it the way they want to see it at the time. You have a good point, but I just like to do it that way.
Okay. There was one other point I saw too. Yes, Todd, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I was just curious, the drawing that you had there of the car leaving,
Yeah.
Cartoon, did you put that all together?
Oh, yeah.
You can see there's a little outline on the edge of the car. You see that white cut?
This was a composite from, and then animated from a newspaper artist who drew this house in Alvarado Street, and I put in the red top to show that's the murder house. And then, I don't know if it works or not, but I just did it. But I wanted to animate the car.
I was thinking, I liked the black and white photos where you had either the subject, or in this case, the house, in different color, or in color, or I guess the other one was
the beginning.
The sepia tone?
Sepia.
Yeah, when he did the guy, the director. Hang on.
Taylor, I think.
Well, I called him Bill, but you can call him whatever.
Yeah, like
Right there. Like that.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're different tones.
Yeah. Well, you have the background in black and white and the subject in sepia.
That house and this whole murder scene is now a parking lot of Ross Dress for Less in Los Angeles.
Would you go back to the very beginning?
Yeah.
With that. How did you get the body to go back behind the glass? How did you?
Well, that's child's play.
It's nasty.
That's the easiest stuff in the world.
That's like, go ask the show.
This is so easy, even Phil can answer. No, you're doing masking. You're saying, okay, I want to cut a hole, so to speak. Now, I guess the question is, did you do this? Did you do this part, the house in Photoshop, cut out, made this transparent?
I did part in Photoshop, part in After Effects, and then in the edit.
Okay. If it was me, Sherry Lee, I would take this image, I would cut out the window space in Photoshop, And then I'd have that on a transparent layer. So now anything that I put behind it, I could put the yellow or put the imagery of the person falling. That's probably where the After Effects came in, right? Where you give it the tilt of the body.
Yeah, I didn't have to use After Effects. I think I just did it because it's easier for me.
Yeah.
But how I did it exactly, I don't even remember.
Well, I mean, I definitely know how to make stuff move, but I don't know how to do it behind something like that.
Oh, I know. I use After Effects for the guy falling, and I tried to get, he was shot in the back from this direction and he fell forward. And so he was laying on his chest and when they found him, and a guy came in from the studio who allegedly was a doctor who said that he died of the stomach ulcer. How he determined this by looking to the guy laying there. And so when the cops finally showed up, this is normal botch scene, they roll him over and they found they had a 38 caliber, it turned out to be a 38, and a shot in the back, and he just bled out right there.
Well, couldn't you do that with layers?
Yeah, you're definitely doing that with layers.
Oh, you're definitely doing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
later.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Sure.
And this was an art, this isn't the actual
Yeah,
house.
just,
The geography of the architecture is all wrong, whatever, but you work with what you got. Was the idea that somebody came in through the door and shot him in the back and he fell forward and was laying on his chest.
Yeah.
And then, well, no, actually,
Because he had to end up.
I thought he was laying on his back.
yeah,
Yeah.
now that you mention it, yes, I got it wrong.
Yes, was shot in the back.
yeah,
He was shot in the back.
yeah.
Yeah, the idea fell forward and maybe,
But then I thought you had there was a
twisted
knife
as
in
he
the
fell.
crime scene.
What's
He
that?
wanted to see who shot
I
him.
thought I saw a knife in the crime scene.
Well, that wasn't a real photo. Meaning that's not a photo from the crime scene.
Correct.
It's just,
There's only one photo from the actual crime scene. It just shows his kitchen, which
So-
didn't reveal anything.
So that picture that you were just on wasn't the actual,
This one?
no,
that's just.
No, that's fake.
I don't
That's
think
like
they
AI.
had souls like that back then.
no.
That
Well,
could be.
Well, and it'll be interesting to see if YouTube gives us a ding on this, knowing that we had that one that you did a while back and they dinged us on it.
What was that?
It was like the guy was in the car that was dead.
Oh, the body.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They don't like bodies.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they dinged.
That was what's her name?
Yeah, the woman we can't
We
remember,
can't say.
Clara somebody.
Yeah, they do not like dead bodies or actual shootings. They don't like people being struck.
If you want, Sherry Lee, at some point, we will do a little demo on how to do this. It's really easy.
Okay.
It's just once you know the
not this. I mean, you can do some really sophisticated stuff in After Effects because it's used in Hollywood every day.
Right.
But this isn't. I did use After Effects, but minor.
You could do this in Premiere Elements.
Oh, absolutely.
So whose software is that? After Effects?
It's an Adobe.
Adobe.
Part of the Adobe.
Yeah. And then now it's very expensive.
Yeah.
It's also a pain in the butt to learn.
Oh, the learning curve is like Mount Everest.
Yes, it's not fun, trust me. I did like one animating thing, and I was like, that's it. And I completely forgot how to use the program now.
I use it maybe twice a week, and a lot of times I have to pull out my notes because I
Oh, yeah.
can't remember how to do something
If
with
you
it.
don't use any software.
It's that complicated.
A combination of that and the Green Valley water.
Yes.
Things together.
Green Valley.
It's making us lose our memories.
What were we talking about?
Yeah. You shouldn't drink the water. You shouldn't drink the water. You can drink anything else, but don't drink the water.
And also, don't eat the yellow snow around. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Watch out where the huskies go.
Yes, exactly.
Treat the yellow
It
stuff.
doesn't snow much around there.
Thank God, right? Okay, does anybody else have anything on this?
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Phil, as always. I really enjoy these. They are fun and they are informative. Okay, Mr. Taylor, you've got one to show us. Tell us about this, please.
Okay, so
Let's stand up, please.
thanks to all you folks. This is a remake of my Emerald Escape. You folks had different opinions on it, and Phil said it needed narrated, so I basically scratched the entire thing and started over from the beginning, which I've rarely done before. But I sat down first and wrote the script. It was actually 7 pages, double spaced, and then by the time I went back and entered it into the computer, it was 3 typewritten pages. So there's one other little nugget for that, but I'm going to wait till you see it to see what you think, and then I'll tell you the last little bit.
All right, let's check it out.
I've always had a passion for travel and photography. There's something magical about capturing moments in places you never think to visit. Thanks to Sally's work, I found myself in Bullhead City, Arizona, right across the Colorado River from Laughlin, Nevada. It's a region I probably wouldn't have explored otherwise, and it turned out to be quite the adventure. But before any trip, I dive into a bit of research, history, quirks, hidden gems. Atlas Obscura is my go-to for the weird and wonderful, and it never disappoints. This time, I stumbled across a 5-hour kayak excursion on the Colorado River to a place called Emerald Cave. That's all I needed to book it. Our outfitter, Adventure Child, specializes in rugged camping and paddle trips around the Las Vegas area, and honestly, they nailed it. We met our guide Daniel around 12:45 at Willow Beach Marina, a National Park Service site just off Arizona Route 93. Pro tip, if you got a National Park Senior Pass, you're golden. The drive-in winds through rocky terrain, paved, not exactly smooth. We passed rental power boats and kayaks, but trusted Adventure Child to show us the ropes. Daniel greeted us with gear already prepped, life jackets, paddles, and kayaks. He gave a full safety rundown, detailed and friendly, then helped each of us into our boats. There were single, tandem, and glass-bottom kayaks. I chose the latter, which, let's be honest, looked more like a floating bathtub, not the best pick against headwinds. Our group was a fun mix: 4 women from Belgium, a couple from Mexico new to kayaking, Sally, myself, and of course Daniel. We launched, hugging the shoreline to dodge wakes from powerboats. By the way, Sundays and Mondays are best to avoid motor traffic because none is allowed on the river. After a while, Daniel led us across the river to a cove, giving us a much-needed break to stretch. We stepped out into the chilly, clear water and hiked through underbrush to a hidden path. At the end, the foundation of a tiny one-bedroom house. Turns out, it once belonged to the USGS Gauger station there from 1920 to 1935, back when the Hoover Dam was still under construction, just 12 miles upriver. Imagine that solitude, no internet, no phones, maybe a faint radio signal if you were lucky. From the overlook, Daniel pointed out river traffic below. He said, "Some days there's such a crowd, you'd wait an hour just to access Emerald Cave." But we got lucky. It wasn't busy that day. Back on the river, we paddled through towering canyon walls until we reached the cave. It's small, intimate. We queued alongside a sheer rock face while Daniel took turns photographing each of us inside. Sally's phone had overheated, and I was using my GoPro. After we crossed the river, the last couple entered the cave, and then we all regrouped. Before heading back, Sally's phone cooled down and she wanted one last shot, so we returned to the cave, snapped a few pictures, and rejoined our group in the quiet cove beneath the old Gauger's cable line car. Then came the swim. With temperatures over 100 degrees, even the 55-degree water felt heavenly. Sally and I waded in waist deep, while the others dove in fully. As we started our journey back, I took the camera and Sally took the helm, but paddling wasn't easy. The wind pushed hard upriver, spinning our kayak like a lazy Susan. We were the last to make it back, tired, but dry and grinning. Would we do it again? Maybe not. There are more adventures waiting, and maybe next time we'll opt for a true kayak, not a bathtub. But the scenery, the story, the feel of the river, that was something special.
What do we think of that?
Awesome.
Much better.
Especially for those that
Much
seen the
better.
first version.
Much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you filled it out a lot.
What's that?
Well, it's such a beautiful place. The more the better, really. You filled it out really well.
The storytelling is good. It really
Yeah.
kind of gives us a nice feeling. We talked about what was the guy, the Gage guy? What was the name of the,
Then,
no, the house,
For the US, yeah, the
Yeah.
Gager's house.
Gagers.
Yeah.
In that first version, if you remember, he was talking about that. It kind of didn't make sense. This really is a great little travel video.
Yeah, really good.
Well, this time I laid down the narration first.
Okay.
And then brought all the photos and
Okay.
video into it. But the one little nugget that I didn't tell you about beforehand, so I had done all my script. It was 3 pages
Right.
typed. So then I went into ChatGPT and said, make this a 4.5 minute narration.
Oh,
And that's what came out.
really?
Yes.
How much of it did it incorporate?
It cut it in half down
Oh,
to
so-
1.5 pages.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. I was thinking that it would have, you were expanding it, but you were actually subtracting it.
Yeah.
so it kind of figures out how quickly you're gonna speak the line.
Yeah. I mean, you can actually put in there, what kind of pace you want, whether, give me some room to breathe and things in
Right.
between and stuff like that.
That's interesting because I thought the story was great in terms of the information. I'd be interested to see the original and then see what that looked like.
The original script.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meaning what did it cut out? What did it change?
Yeah. Well, it cut out a lot of the part of the Gager's
We'll
house,
see, it wasn't very interesting.
which I'm like, did Kevin talk to them?
Well, I could see this being a Showtime, besides Showtime, but you can show that at Travelodge.
Yeah, we actually want to do an Arizona
Nice.
night, or I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm working on one for you right now on Arizona, rafting the Grand Canyon.
Oh, I can't wait.
That would be just, the thing that we always think of with Travelodge, we think of, okay, it's gotta be 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Well, sometimes it's hard to tell a story that way. We always talk about leave me wanting more. That left me wanting more.
Mhm.
well, I think it'd be fun to have, like a bunch of
Mhm.
3 to 5 minute
Yes,
Arizona
Yep.
places, little video things that we could compile
yep,
for travel in Arizona.
Oh, definitely.
Way to bar.
make that a special.
I'm working on
special
that
day.
script right now. I'm targeting about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You might want to consider eliminating the minimum time for travel logs.
Oh, sure.
Oh, is there a minimum time?
Well, it was like suggested that
Unwritten.
you'd be in that unwritten, you were in that 10 to 15 minute range.
Is that
Or 15 to 20.
But I think it's really hard. It's hard to do something that long.
And well, I think it encourages people to leave stuff in their video that
They
ought to
don't need.
be weeded out,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, something to think about.
What I wanted more of, I thought this was really good and really improved it. I wanted more of the cave.
Uh-huh, yeah.
It would have been nice.
That to me was,
Way more-
and maybe you didn't have any.
The cave was very underwhelming.
Okay.
Okay. The cave itself is about half the size of this room. And you're lucky to get the length of kayak in there.
Well, Sally had a nice shot.
That shot.
Yeah.
That's great. The green color of the water and.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe there was nothing to see. I just thought, gee, I'd like to see the cave.
But
Yeah.
You might have done more close-ups, it's too late now because you're home. Go back.
Go ahead.
More about the rocks and the formation of the
Mhm.
rocks and the ceiling and the colors of that.
The color in this is great.
And just, even just watching the pattern of the reflected patterns of
Sure.
the water,
Sure.
and you could even do a slow-mo
Yeah.
of the water moving.
I have a bunch of, I mean, I shot a lot of GoPro in there.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah,
And everything, but when I went back and watched it, I'm like, well,
You're not
this
happy
is,
with it?
Nothing further.
it's just boring.
Is it because the pic? I mean, when I look at that picture, there's a lot of vibrance and color. It really looks great. Does
Yeah.
the GoPro look that good?
Yeah, that's from
Well, then-
GoPro.
Oh, that is from the GoPro.
Oh, I thought you said she shot it with her camera.
She shot some with her camera.
Oh, that's
Did she have a she shed too?
She shot.
She should, she had the overheated phone.
well because this makes it sound like from your narration that this is Sally's shot.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I finished this 2 weeks ago. It may be.
Well, what I liked was how you made her do all the work.
This wouldn't work. I was running the camera.
Holding it up.
Yeah.
Against the wind.
What I liked was I know you worked on your voice inflection,
Yeah.
and I
Yes.
thought that was really
Yeah,
good.
I thought it was
Yeah, trying to
I
improve.
really
on
did. You
that.
and I talked about that.
Yes.
Now, one of the things I picked up, and pretty close to the beginning, you had the map that showed where you were, and you said this place was across from this other place,
Oh, that's it?
and
Lachlan.
it might have been nice if you actually put a dot and the name Lachlan on your map.
Okay.
In there. Like there, you
Who's
see like
that?
that's Todd.
That's Todd.
Wow.
I thought it was somebody else. That was a good one.
Was that the marijuana days?
That when you were 23.
I was in my 20s.
There you go.
Look at that guy.
Wow, what a cutie.
I recognized you right away. I really did.
Now I did see one goodie that not that you're gonna have to change.
I had a different map in here originally, and
Right.
Kevin just was like, just put a regular map up. Don't,
Yeah.
because I did one of the Google Earth ones
Yeah.
and then zoomed in on it
Yeah.
and
Didn't work.
didn't work.
But there are enough different typefaces in there that if you just put that in Photoshop and then,
Yeah.
a new layer with another dot and
Yeah.
name, because that was the name of the place where you were,
Right.
you would want to, I would think you'd want to see that.
Sure.
Well, we were in Bullhead City.
Where'd you launch from?
Oh, we launched from, it's closer to Lake Mead.
It's above the
Somewhere
dam.
up in here.
It's below the dam.
No, Davis Dam.
Oh, above, yes,
Yeah.
above the Davis Dam. Yeah.
So you're
It's
somewhere there.
called Willow Beach.
Yeah.
So I did that one, and that was from Google Studio, the drive-in
Right.
on the road, because the road actually was in horrible condition.
That one was nice. That Google Drive-In was
Yeah.
nice.
Why don't you just forward a little bit ahead? There it is. Yeah.
You know, back up a little bit.
The drive-in winds through rocky terrain, paved, not exactly smooth. We passed rental power boats and kayaks, but trusted Adventure Child to show us the ropes.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought that worked. It was nice. I think because it kind of maintained the same altitude. Sometimes it's that flying in,
Zooming
it's
in.
a little weird. So that it was flying in, kind of like a snake.
So that part, did you pass those boats on the road going in or in the water once you got there?
Which boats?
You said.
The one you mentioned.
We passed,
No, they were the ones down at the marina.
Oh, okay.
so I got the impression.
So you drove past them to get up to this. There was,
Oh,
Interesting.
got it. Okay.
One thing that I saw, just as a minor goodie. This bothers me. This third line. As I'm reading and then coming over here, I would rather see you.
yeah. I mean, I didn't put that on there. That is from their website.
Oh, this is.
Yes.
Oh, then.
Because I had a different image up there that you didn't like. And so,
Well, if you want to get really creative, I would take this picture and I'll do this for you if you'd like. Give me that photo I'll Photoshop out this text and then I'll add it. And I'll start justifying it from the side.
Left.
And then have it be one line instead of 2 lines.
You could split the words between, move some of them onto the first line and up to Emerald Cove on the first line and then on this half day adventure on the second line.
I personally, just my ADHD would seize it as 2 lines and just, if need be, then just make the type just slightly smaller.
Well, I'm saying 2 lines, but
Yeah.
to make the first line include Emerald Cove.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right in that area,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think you put a lot of time into it. I don't know that you need to do anything.
Oh, he doesn't have to.
But because your narration is so great, I didn't even realize there were words there. And then I looked and go, oh, there's words. And I didn't want to read the words because I was listening to what you were saying. I would blur that out. I would actually.
Just take it out altogether.
Just Photoshop it out.
Yeah.
Just take all those words out and just have a nice.
It does, well, because if you look, you're at 1:11 and you're out at 7, so you're 17, so you're only 6 seconds. And to Sherry Lee's point, you're listening
like to read it,
and
so-
then you're trying to read that. Then maybe let's just take it out. Send me the photo, I'll Photoshop it out for you.
And when you do that, there's that new Photoshop thing that says eliminate. You circle it and say eliminate.
You could do the generative fill, it's called. You could do that, or I would just generative fill. Or you.
It was degenerative.
I have another question.
Yeah,
Would you go back to the cave picture?
yeah.
So one of the things that I have been trying to be more attentive to in my pictures and stuff, that one, is the level, like it's angled like that.
Mhm.
And I would have wanted to straighten it. Square it up, yeah.
Sure.
Is that a reasonable
Sure.
thing to consider?
Oh, sure it is.
Okay,
I mean, I would always try to, if possible, have my horizon be
yeah.
level.
That's what I've been trying to do more of,
Yeah.
and being aware of it. So that just kind of caught my eye because that's something I've been working on.
You know, the interesting thing about this is, until you mentioned it, I'm wrapped up in the beautiful color and I'm looking at the color. A lot of times somebody's got like a shot outside with water and it's really hot. And it's like, you notice it a lot more, but I was just like, oh my God, this color is so beautiful. I'm looking here, I'm not looking up there, but yeah, that would be an easy thing to fix. So,
The textures, you have the textures at the top of your cave and then so going out and looking across there and
Great
that in
job.
combination with the water. is
Really good.
I'd like to see the actual video of that.
That was a cave.
Yeah,
Well, I'll put the video just on a little clip and bring it in.
yeah, it'd be interesting.
Did you need to
Fans.
do a lot of work to balance the light outside with the light inside, or?
That's GoPro.
Let's go pro.
Wow, that's pretty good. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, because actually one of the photos, I think Sally took the outside is just completely
Blown
out and everything. And I tried playing around with it and it was like, this isn't going to work.
iPhone and Android both do a pretty good job, and if you shoot raw as an image, you've got a lot more information there to work with, and you can pull something out. The other thing you could do, and it'd be if you had this would be a Photoshop thing, you'd have the exposure for this and the inside of the cave, and then you got the outside, then I would darken that up, and then I would Photoshop that in. I'd cut that in, and then blend those two together. But that's a great shot.
Yeah, I'd get rid of the votes.
You could do that. That'd be easy too.
That'd be really easy.
God's like, I'm sick of this project, but I don't care anymore.
That's why I like the cave.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
Could you go to the close
Yeah.
up there? I thought I saw something there, but it was too fast. I'm not sure if I saw it.
By the way, I love that. I love that shot. With Todd's up there and Sally's rowing. I just
Picked up my GoPro and put it over my shoulder.
I'm working.
there we go. There you go, Sam.
Oh, okay.
Did you
So, did you want folk acoustic to?
That's how they had it in Pixabay.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. That's the name of their band. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Interesting. The music was perfect.
Yeah.
It was, so I had extended music because the first one was 3 minutes and this is 4.5 minutes.
Okay.
So I took the same clip. I didn't use the AI in Da Vinci,
Yeah.
but I just went and patched it myself,
Oh, yeah.
and I was able to match a place where the music, it just lined up. The
Yep.
beat, everything just lined up. I got lucky. I just got lucky.
You know what? I never would have known you'd done that. I'd have to really listen to try to hear it, but I didn't. I thought that was all one piece of music.
Yeah.
Nice job. Yeah, that's going to be a winner for.
Yeah, because I actually looked for another piece of music on Pixabay going out for the 4.5 minutes and everything, and I'm like, I really like this the music I had, so let me see if I can somehow patch it together. And
Good job on that.
Why wouldn't you use this for travel log?
No, she will.
I will.
Oh, okay.
She's going to use it as like an Arizona big
Yeah, that's great.
travel log, and then there's a bunch of these little videos, whatever.
Bunch of different little.
Little vignettes. Yeah, I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on that? All right.
thank you, everyone.
Yeah, nice
Thank you.
job.
Fun,
Really nice.
fun trip.
Yes.
I like that marina up there. It's a neat.
Yeah.
Okay, we got one more to show on YouTube, and then we're gonna, for those that later after I stop with YouTube, we've got Jim's redo to show. This is my last video from San Diego. It's a quickie. It's on Hotel del Coronado.
I like those slow zooms. Those
Yeah.
are really nice. Nice touch.
Thanks. Well, you're just trying to create that mood with just a slow zoom instead of really fast.
That's a great place.
Yeah, the other thing that I did too is kind of like when I did the one for Old Town that I showed a few months ago or whenever that was. When I went back here, I watched other things that had been shot before, try to show different angles and different things. And so to me, that's kind of the challenge of going someplace a second, third, fourth, fifth time is come up with different shots.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that if you look at the library, and we would look at the older one that I had, the one that was interesting on the other one was they were doing the ice skating because it was Christmas time. So they had the ice rink there. So
Did you stay there?
No, God, it's so damn expensive.
Yeah, it is.
It's not for the faint of heart. 2 beers sat outside on the there's a little patio that there's a walkway you can people watch, which is great fun. 2 beers for $30.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, bring
Were
the
they
cash.
big beers?
What's that?
Were they big beers?
No, 12-ounce regular beer.
Wow.
Yeah, bring the cash if you're going there. It's, if you're.
I've stayed there.
Eat there,
I know.
or if you're staying there, it is not cheap, so. But the hotel is beautiful, and I just read an article that they, just finished up this redo. They've been working on it for a number of years. And so anyway, in this news article, it talked about all the renovations they were doing. The lobby was redone, and this all
Really?
just happened. So I think the time before when we were there was some scaffolding that was there and stuff. So anyway,
I was there for a conference in the early 90s.
yeah.
And, these industry conferences are talking about new things. And a person gave a presentation on this new concept called Starbucks.
Okay.
And they had just opened up in Washington and
Yeah.
everything.
No kidding.
And they were on the West Coast. I mean, they hadn't spread anywhere else yet. So after that, I took a week off and drove up the coastal highway. And so ended up stopping at a Starbucks in Santa Barbara to
Check
see
it out.
what's this all about.
And did you say to yourself, who's gonna pay $3.50 for that?
Well, to begin with, I was not a coffee drinker. So
Yeah,
that,
either.
I actually, where I grew up, there was a coffee roaster not too far away. And on Sunday nights, they fired up the kilns to burn out all the residue. So in grade school, walking to school, Monday morning, it always smelled like burnt coffee. And I just didn't find that an appealing.
Not appealing.
No. Because
Well, I stayed in that place 20 years ago.
Yeah,
The rooms weren't great.
yeah.
I was not.
Supposedly it's much better.
Yeah.
So if
Could
they
be.
spent some bucks, well, they better for what they're charging. Okay, does anybody else have anything on that? All right. Well, that is it for today's recorded session. We meet again next week on the 18th, and that is our off week, so there's no Zoom, no YouTube. So anyway, everybody have a great day. Thanks as always, and we will see you later. Bye-bye now.